dead that surround the entire continent that you guys are colonizing. In reference to the thing you were asked, Assassin's Garth, I don't think you as rogues would ask. You wouldn't ask to see if it leads to other parts of the town, because you know it doesn't. This is a way between different parts of the entire thing, not different parts of the town, not different districts. This is the equivalent of the Great Barrier Reef, except bigger and inside, like, encapsulates something around the size of the United States. That's how big the town actually is. You guys are in but one block of it. So yeah, I don't think you would ask, knowing that. It also means you could be here for, I don't know, an eternity. United States, like, get the fuck out of here. But in Subterribus, it is a place lit up by this luminous pearl white, well, river. A river underwater. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but you guys are in weird straits, quite literally. The river flows from the quote-unquote surface down to who knows where. Ruhan Rose, you know that it leads to some great subterranean, subaquatic lake from which things from the afterlife or beyond sometimes leak out. But you guys didn't get there. You guys instead ran into a very, very grumpy
Turtle.
And it is from that point of your guys' cut-in entry that you guys are ejected out. All of you. In a luminous, beam me up Scotty manner, you guys just sort of are brought back by the threshold beacon right there, all together. To those of you that died, you realize now that the entire time you're in Traverse Town, you didn't feel thirsty, nor hungry, nor had the need to breathe. You do now. You're not deathly starving. You're not about to collapse dehydrated. You are probably hungry and thirsty, though. But I think the biggest thing is that as you guys are brought back, you guys immediately take a breath through the rebreathers you guys have. The need to breathe joining you once again.
Imagine if it didn't give you guys rebreathers. It's like, haha, get fucked.
Nah, I could do that, but I'm not that anal of a GM. You guys are back and surrounded by the waters, all of you, once more. Grave light, not around anymore. Not down here. You have river light instead. What do you do? I know it's been a week off, so technically 2 weeks.
It's been a month since you played this. Oh wait, no. It's been a month since I played this.
For
character.
them.
You guys fine.
For them now.
I think the first thing Corey does is he takes out his rebreather, cups Lorelei's head, both one hand on both cheeks, and just plants a kiss on her mouth, and puts the rebreather back in and says, "Feels good to breathe again."
Man, it must be easy to do that for Lorelei because she doesn't need a rebreather.
Yeah, imagine Fia would make a much less dramatic entrance. Just kind of
Dramatic one? How is it dramatic?
well, not dramatic, just
Traumatic.
I don't know. Come here, Rose. Let me plant you a big soft one.
I need more detail as to what that means. Just double checking.
No, I guess I'll just be like, just come through and be like, are we back? Just, just very confused as to,
Everything.
yeah. It was a stressful day. So I think
You
only
look
one day.
around.
Yeah.
It hasn't even, according to the people that were still mortal side, it's only been 4 hours, give or take.
Really? Oh, okay.
Time dilation's weird, isn't it?
Mm. But yeah, just like, well, that was a weird afternoon. How are we all doing? I guess.
A bit worse for wear.
Yeah.
Tired,
Feels
but
weird to breathe
relieved.
again.
What is this place? Where are we?
Second layer of hell?
Would not surprise me.
Can't tell if you're joking or if you're being serious.
Weirdly enough, mostly being serious on that one.
Wait, seriously.
It's
Help a lot
called
more
Subterrabus.
weapon,
It's like a connection between different parts of this place. It's confusing.
Are you saying we're in literal hell right now?
Okay, not the... I don't think literal hell. She does, like, calculations in her head. It's just like, yes, no. It's a weird... It's a thing. It's an afterlife thing. I don't...
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not paid to know this.
Yep. Well, I'm very eager to get back to the land of the living personally, so...
I mean, this is still that.
Yar,
Semantics.
still be the land of the dead, aye.
Semantics. We should go find a way out.
Aye, we
Yeah.
just go back the way we came in.
So,
Up the slope.
up the slope, okay.
So do we have a way out?
Yar.
Rose just starts heading back the way she came and just, like, waves her hand like, come this way.
Yes.
Follow.
It's a one-way track. Like, it's either you go down or you go up. So it's basically more equivalent of like a mine shaft.
Yeah. And I don't want to
Yes.
figure out what's further down.
You guys swim back up, coming across well, I guess this is an actual shaft of... It transitions from cavern to shipwreck woodwork, forming jagged edges and points around the walls as you guys go further and further up. You guys see, as you guys are heading up, I say familiar, it's unfortunately becoming familiar, grave light glow. That, ominous green glow. To Ruhan and Rose, you guys have only descended down for I don't know, 10 minutes. But as you guys come back, you guys all see that two of the three assassins are gone, leaving only one left. You can't really tell which one it is.
They're extremely uniform.
They're extremely uniform.
Do they even, like,
But yeah,
talk the same? Like, they have the same mannerisms and everything?
not at all. I'm
Oh,
surprised
okay.
you didn't pick that up from what I put in the trials.
I mean, I kind of did, which is why I was questioning it. I
no,
was just
they
like,
talk. I mean, you only heard two of them speak at this point, but from the two sample sizes you've heard, sound bits you've heard, they talk very drastically differently. The one that talks to you guys is pretty formal and deadpan, versus the other one talking before had a bit of cheekiness to him.
dare I say a chipper demeanor? Probably not.
More like self-ironic, laughing demeanor.
Hmm.
You guys surface, and standing there, arms behind his back, waiting almost at attention, is in Assassin. He just stare like he's not at the hole in the ground, which is what this entryway is. Just over off yonder, about I don't know 6 feet or so, is an entirely uplifted mast column. Ruhan and Rose, you guys know that this was the thing that they used to disguise and cover the way down before. But he is standing there, not at the exact entrance, but a short ways away, looking at you all as you all swim up. Contrasting from you guys, he's standing, boots to the floor.
Because the fuck's gravity when you're dead?
He waits for you all to enter into their den. Well, not their den anymore. Before he speaks. He looks across all of you. Double checking, squinting, at least you guys think he is. You can sort of see his the light of his eyes, like his visor sort of change in shape.
It seems you're successful.
Yeah, and much faster than expected.
Indeed. The shot. You still have it. I felt its use.
You're the one holding the shard, mate.
Oh, I thought, but Varric had it.
No, he gave it back to you. He
Oh,
has
right.
a shard in his chest, mate.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at it, just like, yeah, that's. I got it. I couldn't entirely make out what he said either. I heard something about shard.
He's asking if you still have the shard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she just holds it up. Yeah, managed not to destroy the damn thing.
A shame. Might have been better. But it is yours to do as you wish.
Oh, hopefully it won't come to bite us in the ass later. Nevertheless, we probably should go.
Indeed.
His eyes glaze over to looking at Varric and the apparatus, his augmenter apparatus on his arm. And he tilts his head inquisitively at that. And then he begins scanning across all of you and your apparati.
What did you do?
How do I describe this?
Brought us back to life.
Effectively.
No thanks.
I believe it was something along those lines, yeah?
That's irrelevant. I want to know why you have smaller shards. Lesser ones. How?
You guys are sort of wondering what he's talking about, and you just look at the points at where he looked at you guys, the points on your body. You guys look at the apparati that Varric gave you. Varric's apparati, the crystals in them before were this sort of blue, glowing color. They're now basically smaller, less ominous, in the sense of they aren't as mobile and I don't know if anyone's ever seen Chowder, the cartoon. It's great, but that's essentially what the Shard of Ends looks like. It looks like a window, a moving window into another plane of existence, a place of shard or of stars and stuff, like the cosmos. So if you move the shard around, it's basically the equivalent of moving the window. Your guys' shards on your apparatus aren't the same. They aren't moving windows, but they do have the same, as if someone took a snapshot of where the window was. They are now, instead of that familiar blue color, they're now this black, starry night sort of crystal.
Oh.
Looks at Varric for some sort of explanation.
He shrugs.
Maybe the beam?
Yeah, there was the thing. How do you describe this? Where super powerful magic beam broke the shard apart, pulled him out of the thing, then put it back together. That's the best explanation I got. So,
Silence.
Interesting. Well, I suppose your endeavors to free yourselves of this land will be that much easier then. My curiosity is satisfied. Now then, if you'll be excusing me,
He begins like walking over to the hatch that leads down into this place.
I'll be taking my leave of this land.
good luck.
You should save the luck for yourselves.
Yeah, probably.
He begins climbing out. You guys are left alone amidst it's a tier of a ship. A lower deck of a ship. Its walls have been cleared away, leaving but basically just an immensely large, long, open room, illuminated by glass shards of grave light. And I say shards, I mean shards in a literal sense. If I were to take a lighthouse's lens and smash it, that's how big these shards are. So some of them are small, about the size of your hand. Others are very big, length of your torso, maybe longer.
Do they seem like they...
They
One-
flicker as the assassin is leaving,
Right.
plunging the room into pitch darkness every time they flicker because there's no other forms of light here.
Should we maybe follow him out so we're not, stuck in complete darkness?
I look into where he left. Is that at all lit up, or is that darkness as well?
I mean, the way he left is, the way, is the way you came in.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Not the way, no. Not the way you as a party came in. The way Rose and Ruhan came in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
About less, what as I say, like a foot of distance below the gloom. If you want to, I don't know, be curious and put your hand into darkness. Up to you.
I hope you're
Following your
not...
lead, yes. Don't really know what's going on.
The Gravelight shards do stop, they stop flickering once he leaves. Like, they just flicker when he's on his way out.
Oh, okay.
So you guys do have a safe, quote-unquote safe, illuminated place for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Second course hair feet.
I told you guys are a foot away!
I think we could rest here for like just a minute. You guys probably need to catch your breaths anyways. You're suddenly being thrown back into everything.
Welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back, I think.
Well, I gives like a really sheepish grin when she says that.
So, what exactly happened after we left?
Effectively, we just
Yeah, like
kind
a way
of
of
came
putting
over here, and then went downstairs, found you guys, and came back upstairs. It was really short, actually.
It's been a few hours, as far as I could tell. A few hours. Mm-hmm. Varric like looks off in the distance, like thinking on something.
A few hectic hours.
Well, they do say time flies when you're having fun.
Varric just gives you an "Are you kidding me?" look.
Then it should have been extremely short, or extremely long, because none of that was fun. 1d10. Scalding damage.
Don't worry about it. So you guys want to take a short rest?
Might as well.
Yeah.
This will allow those of you with the new items to attune to them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for me to get back a handful of things. I think that's
So, Thea, as you attune to the Enkindler badge, it's really weird. Don't get me wrong, it gives a sense of comfort and everything like that. It does have a sort of true to its name, radiant energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, when like you sort of naturally like reach on and like touch it, like tap it, it just has a sort of influence on you, so to speak. And every now and then you can't help but think about the nice, as weird of a time it was in Traverse Town, it was a hell of a town.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to call you to your death or anything like that. It's not malicious.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Just
like,
sort of like fond memories sort of thing.
Exactly. It's sort of like almost like a not shell shock, like a cultural shock sort of thing. It's like, I used to be there, but now I'm here. There, where it was so plentiful and warm and nice. Here, where it fucking sucks. You know, it's like that.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
To Korik, the person who is taking possession of Extinguisher Venient's mask. Let's see, where's my total piece? There it is. Page 349, I believe is what it was.
No, it's the skin witch, man.
Yeah.
It is a scam. Exactly. As you attune to the mask, Korik, you'll be happy to know you don't have to wear it as part of the aesthetic. But you do have to have it on you at all times. Well, at all times. I don't at all times, but you know, no more so than, I don't know, any other magic item. But as you attune to it, you hear Venian's voice. An echo, a memory of what the man once was. You can't make out what he's saying, but you could somehow make out what he's asking. Just by, I don't know, not telepathic communication, but just by intonation. In a weird sense. In a similar manner as, I guess, Ruhan with, you know, the pin he has. He asks you in a plain and simple manner, best that you can determine from him. How far do you think you can get with this? Out of game, that's me asking a different question. Similar, but different. The Skyend Witch stat block, as a creature, it has one very fascinating ability, one which is a part of this mask, at least for the first time it is done out here in the mortal realm. I'll read you directly right here what the Skyend Witch can do, Skyend Witch, and we will be using that as a template. The Skyend Witch attunes herself to the threads of the PC's fate. Ask each player to write down their prediction of how the PC to their left will die, and at what level. Collect these notes without revealing the answers. When one of the PCs dies, reveal the prediction. If the character died in the manner predicted, they fulfill their destiny and are immediately resurrected by the gods as a reward. If they died at or within one level of their prediction, they return to life with some useful insight into the destiny of someone important. Now, I'm not gonna let you do that for everyone here, because that'll be something. That being said, I will roll randomly and determine another PC.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what level, plus or minus 1, you think they're going to die at. As for what happens when they die, they will be brought back. Whether or not it will be a good way to being brought back or a bad way, only time will tell. And as for the important insight into someone important's destiny, I think we'll see what happens. So, I'll use a Discord list. So you obviously not yourself, because this has another PC. Because then you can sort of rig the bet by killing yourself, I guess, which would be weird. So 1 is Fia, 2 is Ruhan, 3 is Rose. Now, message me privately what level you think they're going to die at.
Okay.
When do you probably one of the hardest ones to not like think about it. When do you think Ruhan is going to die? At what level? A pessimistic one would put your current level.
Okay, so whisper you.
Whisper.
That's -1, you said.
Yeah, send it to me in the Discord private chat. Hi, Tango.
Kid.
You guys take a short rest. Interesting.
This level, 20 minutes. I'm a stab in the back.
I don't think that would kill Ruhan.
Nah, see, that's small brain.
That's
You
small
say level
Now.
7, because then it
Yeah,
covers
is that
this
right?
level
'Cause this
next
level next
and the
level.
one after.
Yeah, see, that's big brain moves right there. So, you guys take a short rest. Those of you with attuned items, you take the time to attune them. During this time is when you guys distribute out potions and the like. Mostly the Manax ones. Did you guys give Ruhan one? I believe you guys gave him a superior, because I think you guys just said like 1 apiece or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I'll add that to the sheet.
We didn't give him the super mega ultra overkill one because he
Yeah,
just would use it.
but-
Besides
yeah.
that, yeah.
That aside, you guys distribute out the potions and the stuff. Benny be chatting away a storm about, oh, the laments of the puppet over there, and he's indicating Lorelei. As you guys were gone, tensions were high. They were ready to cut each other down in the yeah. To Rose and Rod, he's sort of exaggerating things, but you know he's Benny, so it's sort of expected.
Just let him have fun.
As he keeps going, Varric like turns his attention to the two of you and like raises an eyebrow to confirm or deny whether or not it's true.
Shakes head.
He nods knowing, like sagely and knowingly at that. He's like, nah. And this begins tinkering around with like the app, like your guys' augmenter apparatus. He's trying to recalibrate them, and then he's just sort of noting that it's different now. Like he sort of says this as like openly whenever Benny shuts the fuck up about the story. He just says out loud as he's tinkering with all of them. There's something off about them now. Not off in a bad way, but the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that. Although there's not much we can do about it, so...
Yeah. Is there anything else
It's
that has
like-
changed for? Sorry.
No, he like rubs the back of his head as you guys are talking, and then he just like his eyes sort of entrancedly like look over at you, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel that shard. No mind. He like shakes his head, like get himself off the influence of it. Varric has gained some things, some features, or a feature with certain facets. He, due to the nature in which he died, gains resistance to force damage. He knows. He always knows where the closest shard of ends is. If there are additional ones within, if there are multiple of them within 5 miles of him, he knows where they are, roughly the direction of them. He also gains an ability, which is simply called Shatter Rift. I'll put it there. He basically, it's similar to Tumulavistus. But he could basically, once per short rest, tank an immense amount of damage, if needed. The shards that, or the crystals, shards, I'm just gonna call them shards, splinters, that are in your guys' apparatus will sort of detonate and form a rift of protective crystals around you, tanking damage. once per short rest. So not all of you. He can only help one of you at a time.
Right.
Your NPCs have gotten new abilities to accompany along your guys' next chapter stuff. I assure you that they're all mostly support abilities. 90%.
Close enough to support.
It depends on which one we're talking about. Except Lorelei. Lorelei doesn't get shit.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Sure, got shit in the beginning. Now we're just playing. Now we're just even in the field here. Abigail has gotten some stuff as well. Her journey back to you guys will have gotten her something very, very interesting. And I can't wait till show it whenever we get there. But she has to get back first. That's what the persuasion roll from way up above right there, which she got a 26 in, is about.
That's a good roll.
But yeah, Barrick has some new stuff. But yeah, as he looks over at at you, Rose, knowing where the Shard of Ends is at any point in time. Now, here's a bit of a kicker. The trappings he has, if it was any other augmenter in any other more normal circumstance, when the augmenter dies, the trappings go with him. When the augmenter dies and is brought back, say with Revivify, the trappings are still inactive because it has to be done at the end of a long rest. Not in this case, due to the very, very extraneous circumstances surrounding his death. More so his revival, more so the fact that some of you guys that had his stuff also died and were brought back. So,